There exists a lesson omitted from classrooms and quite possibly unknown to your parents as well. It is a deep, life-altering principle that can redirect your financial path with unexpected swiftness. Yet this truth does not arrive with fanfare. It neither decorates glossy covers nor echoes through headlines. Instead, it moves in hushed tones during the night's quiet, when most of the world sleeps and only a handful keep vigil. Have you ever wondered why you occasionally awaken between 3 and 4 a.m. without any obvious cause? It is neither insomnia nor randomness. It is an interior summons, a sacred alert set not by your device, but by the cosmos itself, seeking to recall you to your essence and to the strength you hold when unseen. In that interval, streets muted minds at rest. If you are ready, you may touch what few encounter, the living center of the universe's creative force. Florence Scovel Shinn grasped this reality not from abstract treatises, but by living it, applying it, and teaching it. She recognized that the key is not noon recitations or vibrant journals of wishes. The key, past and present, is the courageous resolve to speak with authority while the world slumbers, when heaven feels close to earth, and the spirit's current turns tender, because there is a consecrated still point when all quiets, and that moment belongs to you. If you choose to claim those hours between 3 and 5 a.m., you will find the universe anything but absent. It is keenly alert. It feels as though every line opens and your voice, uniquely yours, travels straight to creation's core. Then your words stop being simple noises. They turn into keys, directives, and decrees that demand response. Yet note this well: such power does not submit to fear, hesitation, or meek tones that presume unworthiness of being heard. This force yields only to those who rise with dignity, sovereign in spirit, akin to queens, kings, or luminous warriors, clear in purpose and ready to receive. And you prepared for that posture? I am not pointing to religion gimmicks or fleeting credos. I refer to a profound spiritual technology long concealed and dismissed, for if it stood unveiled, it would disturb the world's very arrangement. Picture multitudes rising before sunrise, steering their hours with declarations anchored in certainty and unwavering trust. Financial powers would feel their sway reduced, the media's hold on minds would loosen, and fear would lose its footing, because one who addresses the universe with command does not rely on pleading. That is the true peril of awakening. Hence, this knowledge has been cloaked in symbols and stories. Yet today, it arrives to you uncloaked, unmasked, impossible now to ignore. Start in this way. Avoid alarms. Do not force the timing. Before sleep, close your eyes and ask your spirit, "Wake me up when the portal opens. Do not allow me to miss my encounter with power." Then trust the process, for you may wake at 3:17 or 4:02, sensing unmistakably that your hour has arrived. Your body will know. The air will feel different. The room's quiet will thicken almost holy, and you will perceive the summons. Do not hurry or reach for light or screens. Stay still, breathe, and then speak. Speak with the assurance that the universe stands like an army, prepared to fulfill your directives, for that is its posture. Do not plead. Give orders. Do not say, "Please give me money." State today, "Money comes to me from visible and invisible sources. Today, I receive what belongs to me by divine right. Today, I am a magnet for prosperity, serenity, and abundance." Utter it as statute because it functions as statute. Afterwards, hold silence not from fear, but from reverence, since you have initiated an unseen spiritual chain already advancing on your behalf. In that instant, you are accompanied. Though your house lies in darkness and the world dozes, you are not solitary. The concealed machinery of the cosmos has started to turn. What looked unreachable starts to reorganize backstage in your life. People you had lost track of may reappear. Unseen openings become visible, and long-buried solutions surface with lucidity. Yet this is not mere sorcery. It is disciplined alignment. The universe carries no personal agenda. It mirrors, serves, and echoes exactly the tone of your inner landscape. When you speak from faith, the cosmos answers with wonders. When you speak from fear, it mirrors confusion. When your tone carries authority, it returns compliance. That is the seldom taught reality. In those consecrated hours, voicing your word with sovereignty is not asking for clearance. It is recalling the universe to its core role to serve. Money ceases to be a barrier and becomes a courier, a mirror, a predictable effect. The genuine inquiry is this: will you rise while others slumber? Will you shatter the trance of routine to choose difference, even if it means walking alone before sunrise? If your reply is yes, brace yourself. Brace for a change that cannot be halted. Brace for outcomes others will call luck, while you will identify them as replies. Ready yourself for a life where persuasion becomes unnecessary, because your instructions have already reached the universe. No more waiting, extra study, or pleading is required. A decision suffices. And when your moment arrives tomorrow, or even this night, you will know precisely how to act. This is not a lengthy prayer, nor an arcane formula buried in old volumes, nor a charm concealed in sacred texts. It is spare, swift, and potent. It is a sentence that needs no commentary, because its force rests not in wording, but in the energy of its delivery. Still, most never utter it, not from inability, but from a sense of unworthiness. The sentence is, "Today abundance recognizes me as its owner." Do not petition for it, and do not whisper it skeptically. Speak it upright, spine-aligned, feet planted with intention. Proclaim it like a flaming decree, for when you do, the unseen stirs, the universe pauses to heed you. And this is not figurative language. Abundance is neither abstraction nor lyrical notion. It is living, concrete, and palpable energy. It behaves like an unseen current that responds solely to resolute directives. Sensing hesitation, it recedes. Hearing supplication, it muddles. Yet faced with authoritative declaration, it inclines not from intimidation, but in accordance with divine order. Countless people assume they must persuade the universe of their right to thrive, as though they must submit a celestial resume, parade their hardships, or validate prosperity by pain. That notion is false, a fiction designed to obscure your identity. You have nothing to prove to the universe. You must persuade only yourself, because the universe answers not to scarcity, but to certainty. It is within that inward assurance that the sentence ignites its force. When you awaken between 3 and 5 a.m., the short window most ignore becomes the day's richest soil. Your analytical mind still lies at ease, your spirit is alert, and the gate between realms stands open. It is the Maker's hour. If in that span you speak the phrase with complete conviction, you trigger a cascade of hidden effects. You are not merely voicing a lovely line. You are issuing codes directing the quantum field to reconfigure matter. You summon wealth not as a hope, but as rightful property. That distinction is crucial. Those anchored in scarcity tend to ask, when will the money come? How will I obtain it? What more must I attempt? The awakened hold another, knowing they do not ask when trusting it is already en route. They do not ask how, leaning on divine wisdom. They simply repeat at each dawn the key that unlocks all gates today. Abundance recognizes me as its owner, and abundance answers. Do you understand why that affirmation is effective? Because it does not plead, it recognizes. Recognition is the highest act in deliberate creation. When you recognize, you assert, summon, and experience a thing as real prior to its appearance. Recognition comes before proof, and proof reliably follows the one who recognizes without wavering. A caution: this potency is so concrete that it can surprise you, for when you proclaim with total certainty, events accelerate, powerful and unforeseen. People you assumed were gone come back, misplaced funds surface, luminous ideas appear spontaneously, and frequently disorder arrives before order, because the former must collapse for the new to emerge. Do not fear. If you stay devoted to the phrase, all will arrange itself in your favor. This discipline is not for the half-hearted or for those who want outcomes without devotion. It is for those ready to awaken in truth, for those who grasp that creating wealth is not craving currency, but opening gateways, lifting veils, and reclaiming a spiritual sovereignty, remembering they were born for more. Tell me then, how much longer will you insist that money is insufficient? How much longer will you declare that you have no route out? How many additional times will you permit doubt to override your certainty? Right now, you possess the capacity to alter your fate, but it demands a decisive choice to discard the vocabulary of victimhood and speak as a maker of reality. Each pre-dawn utterance functions as a potent directive. There is no place for frailty or doubt, only for the spiritual truth that converts the unseen into the seen. Today, abundance recognizes me as its rightful possessor. Do you know the most beautiful part? You are not solitary here. Thousands choose to rise in the night to affirm their light. We form a quiet yet formidable community. Souls resolve to speak with authority, to manifest through faith, and to live directed by purpose, and you already belong to this vast fellowship. If this message has touched your innermost core, if an unaccountable stirring has moved your heart, I invite a distinct gesture. Subscribe to the channel and do so with the intention of joining a spiritual tribe. It is not merely a click. It is a quiet decree that you are prepared to live from a renewed awareness. Share in the comments, have you ever awakened at 3 a.m. without knowing why? Did that moment feel distinct? This space is your home. Your arrival is not random. We read each account, each line, each witness. Your voice matters, and so does your unfolding. Thank you for showing up, for awakening, and for remembering spiritually. There is a why behind the silence of the most prosperous. You will not see this in finance textbooks or investing seminars. It is not disclosed in interviews or posted across timelines. Why so? Because this ritual is neither classroom curriculum nor a lesson from trading floors. It belongs to another plane, one few dare to face. It is no accident that the highly prosperous adopt uncommon habits, guard quiet routines, and reserve solitary spaces without comment. They understand, even wordlessly, that there is a time when everything shifts. It does not occur at 9, nor at midday, nor when bank counters lift their shutters. It happens sooner, far sooner. It comes when the city sleeps, when the sky is mute, and energy softens like pliant clay under the hand of a true maker. That is the shrouded right, and forbidden need not mean unlawful. At times, it remains concealed because its power is immense and not intended for all. This ritual is exactly that guarded secrecy born of its magnitude. Permit me to unveil it. Merely opening your eyes at 3 a.m. or uttering a potent line is insufficient. There is an added element, a quiet gesture, a symbolic move that triggers a cascade across unseen realms. First, refrain from switching on lights. Darkness serves a holy purpose. What matters now is not the outward sight, but the inner seeing of the soul. If you must shift, do so gently so as not to jolt the field. Do not rouse the world. This interval is yours, private and sacred. Next, raise your palms toward the heavens as though awaiting a sacred gift. Do not clench your hands or fold your arms. Recall that the body also prays, and gesture often speaks more clearly to the universe than speech. Bring those open hands to your heart's center. Do not analyze, simply act. In quiet with eyes closed, envision a golden light descending. It is no common light, but a luminous column surrounding you. It does not scorch, it transforms. It does not dazzle, it discloses. This is manifestation at its most pristine, what earlier sages termed the download. Inhale fully as you sense that light pour through your crown, move through every cell, and collect within your hands. Do not hurry. Keep the silence. When you feel saturated with that presence, then speak. Yet do more than decree. Offer thanks, because the innermost secret is this: the one who expresses gratitude before receiving manifests faster than the one who only petitions. It is not a courteous or perfunctory thank you, but a gratitude that hums and shivers, that sends a thrill across your skin. It is thanksgiving born of knowing and certainty, not of mere wishing. Say with steady voice, "Thank you because it is already done. Thank you because wealth has chosen me. Thank you because my spirit has sealed its pact with abundance." Then loosen your hold. Surrender the craving, the control, and the urgency, since many forget that anxiety is the swiftest barrier to manifestation. Anxiety transmits to the universe, "I lack trust. I fear this will not occur. I question whether this works." In response to that signal, the universe delivers more delay, more doubt, more void. Yet when you thank and release, everything shifts. Time quickens prospects. Align the right allies appear, and avenues open not by luck, but by universal statute. Though seemingly simple, this ritual requires bravery rising, while others sleep speaking words of faith without physical proof, and thanking for what is unseen yet present in the spiritual domain. That is why I said the wealthy do not broadcast it openly. They recognize that not all are prepared. Some will ridicule, dismiss, or label it simple mysticism, while they themselves quietly keep the practice. They know it firsthand, they live it, they have tested it, and now you too have the chance to apply it. Many have labored for years without fruit. Others attend trainings, read volumes, or watch content, yet stay unmoved. Do you know the root cause? The ritual remains uninitiated. They keep hunting solutions outwardly, though the true key has always lived inside. But you have stepped beyond that crowd. You have crossed a doorway. You have heard what cannot be unheard. You have received an instruction that carries weight if ignored. This guarded ritual is not for all, it is for the courageous, for leaders rather than petitioners. For those who opt to wake at daybreak in sacred solitude rather than stay captive to hollow daytime habits. Now, I pose a question you must answer from your soul's depth before first light. Are you prepared to receive so fully that your previous self would fail to recognize its reflection? If yes, then ready yourself. When you merge this right with words of power, when you speak as one who already owns, when you thank, as though it were accomplished, the universe bows, and what looked miraculous becomes your baseline. Now imagine this reality. You have obeyed each step, risen at dawn, declared abundance, envisioned the light with a steady voice, and given thanks as if it had arrived. And still, nothing seems different. Money is still missing debts. Linger wonders do not appear, and you start to suspect it may not work for you. At that junction, many quit not because the right failed, nor because the universe withheld, nor because the practice is weak, but because another factor unnoticed and quiet intercepted and neutralized your words before they landed. Today, I disclose a truth few articulate. 3 unseen forces, if left unnamed and unchecked, nullify your manifesting power before you even start. Most disconcerting of all these forces likely already inhabit you. First, saboteur grievance masked as realism. This subtle stealth presence hides behind lines such as "I am just being realistic," or "I prefer not to get my hopes up." When complaint wears logic's clothing, it becomes a quiet yet ruinous weapon against prosperity. It does not yell. It murmurs, and that murmur erodes your decrees. You may rise at 3:30 a.m. and assert with force today, "Abundance recognizes me as its owner." Yet by 10:45 a.m., while paying a bill, you mutter, "Everything is getting more and more expensive. This never gets better." In that moment, you dismantle what you had constructed. The universe does not separate a ceremonial decree from casual talk. It echoes your prevailing vibration. If complaint is your baseline frequency, 1,000 dawn affirmations will still draw more cause for complaint. Second saboteur, spiritual self-trickery. This foe is subtler and more perilous. It speaks through lines like, "I am manifesting, but I do not move because I trust." Here is the snare, turning faith into an alibi for passivity. Manifestation is not idle waiting. It is forward motion, even a small step toward what you proclaim. Action does not contradict faith. It fortifies it. Each physical move signals the spirit, and every earthly motion reverberates your inner certainty. Those who insist everything will come by itself, while staying inert, are not trusting. They are doubting, however enlightened they may appear. Those who manifest authentically do not sit idle for wonders. They become the magnet that draws them moving in their direction. If you declare abundance at 4 a.m., yet spend the day making choices that contradict that decree, the universe notes the mismatch and receives mixed signals. Faith is one thing, avoidance is another. Third saboteur, the identity of the scarce one. This is the deepest, most entrenched, most damaging of all. It is identity itself. Many practice affirmations, rituals, meditation, or visualization, yet inwardly still view themselves as fated to lack unlucky or inept with money. And your self-concept outweighs any sentence you speak. Your statement may be potent, yet if your self-image is brittle, that force hits an unseen barrier. Scarcity identity exceeds money. It is deep programming, a learned mental script, an emotion lodged in your chest, an energy that murmurs. No matter what you attempt, you end up where you began. Unless you dissolve that identity, you will keep undermining every seed you plant. Thus, it is vital not only to declare with strength, but to permit inner transformation to arise. Speaking the language of wealth is insufficient. You must think, feel, and act as one already dwelling in abundance. For the universe registers not just your words, but the frequency of who you are. Now that you can name the 3 unseen saboteurs you receive a fresh charge, identify them in real time. The instant a complaint surfaces, halt it. If you catch yourself using spirituality to avoid motion, take action. And when your old self tries to speak quiet, it with a new verdict. I am the channel through which the wealth of the universe flows. No alibis, no history, no earlier events outrank that certainty. Yet you must voice it not merely in speech, but as embodied energy. Let every cell echo the decree. Let each decision confirm that identity. Manifestation is not only attraction, it is metamorphosis. When you change, the world arranges itself around you. If you have reached this point, you are prepared for genuine shift. And you are not isolated here. Together, we are shaping something vital, a sanctuary where faith translates into action, where speech animates reality, where 3 a.m. awakenings are purpose, not insomnia. I offer you a heartfelt invitation. Subscribe not as someone who stockpiles videos, but as one selecting a spiritual dwelling. In the comments, name which of the 3 saboteurs most challenged you. Did you notice it? Did you move through it? Your testimony can lift others. This space is a temple of change. Each word matters, each story illumines. And if a theme resonates within you, something you long to grasp about manifestation or abundance, bring it forth. This channel is not a soliloquy, but a sacred exchange with you. Thank you for arriving, for sharing, for believing. We all know someone to whom money appears to gravitate. That person lacks credentials, ignores the system's scripts, scarcely seems to strive, and yet life moves for them. Openings present themselves, answers arrive, wealth comes with ease. Quietly, you wonder why them and not me. You may not voice it. You might mask it with a smile or calm assent, but inside something aches. You work, declare, exert yourself, rise early, meditate, visualize, and still things crawl forward heavy and unsure. What then is the secret? The hinge is an unseen frequency, an authentic vibration that cannot be imitated, an energy speaking not by language, but by presence. That signal is unshakable confidence. Those who call in abundance easily are not lucky. They hold a profound surety. It is a conviction that does not chase evidence, does not require immediate outcomes, does not ask when. It simply knows it already is. Such certainty is not obtained by books or clips. It cannot be purchased or inherited. It is cultivated, constructed, and zealously protected, because certainty has many thieves. They cloak themselves in logic, champion realism, and say, "We must be sensible," while quietly hoping you relinquish belief, surrender power, and return to the system where they feel secure and you are just another face in the crowd. Yet those who manifest gracefully do not contend with such critics. They do not attempt to persuade. They do not sermonize or defend themselves. They simply live, and therein lies their power, for their being itself demonstrates that abundance needs no permission. You can join their ranks, but you must first end the loop of forced manifestation. What is that? It is the pattern of believing more effort equals faster outcomes, of chanting affirmations like penance, of tallying each result and panicking when little shifts, of talking faith with worried eyes. That mode fails because it broadcasts lack. Even if you say, "I am rich," your field murmurs, "Not yet." By contrast, effortless manifestors do less and trust more. Their words are few, their vibration elevated. They do not chase wealth. They move knowing it travels beside them. Here is the core wealth answers not to toil, but to consciousness. Work discipline and steps matter, yet without aligned awareness, they are sandcastles collapsing at the first gust, because the universe compensates not your hours, but your frequency. And you can lift that frequency now. You do not require additional seminars or methods. You need to drop the struggle and attune to the frequency of the chosen. It is the quiet faith that says, I do not run after money. I attract it with my mere presence. Consider, what if you ceased pursuit? If rather than forcing you allowed? If rather than demanding proof, you lived as though you had arrived? The shift would be deep. Your energy would quit begging and turn sovereign. Your speech would stop imploring and start directing. Your body would soften and breathe expansively. Real abundance is born in the body, in the field you emit, in the frequency you uphold daily. It matters less what you do than the state from which you do it. Easy manifestors do not live flawless lives. They face trials and feel fear, yet they do not shatter, do not stall, and refuse to compromise faith. That is the difference, and you can choose it now. You need not grasp or fix everything. You must decide what kind of creator you are, the anxious chaser of outcomes, or the calm mover who trusts all is aligning. Once that decision is made, everything starts to change. Money that used to slip through your fingers moves in your direction. Sealed doors open readily. Eyes that once overlooked you now notice. Not because you turned into another person, but because you conduct yourself as one who has always known their nature. Today, you can retire the persona of the impatient manifestor and embody the serene creator who smiles before the answer arrives, because it is already felt, already recognized within. You need no extra omens. You are the proof. There exists an easily missed instant, a silent beat between your decree and its form. It is an unseen point where something breaks not outwardly, but inside you. Once it happens, there is no going back. You have crossed over the point of no spiritual return. Yet many miss it, expecting fireworks, instant change, or grand miracles. They wait for a banker's call, sudden deposits, or trumpeted wonders. But authentic manifestation does not start that way. It begins within the climate of your soul as an unexplainable yet unmistakable feeling. That is the real line you cross. It is not willed, not switched on by ritual, not predictable by words. It simply occurs. And when it does, you know it not because all is fixed, but because panic, hurry, and strain dissolve, leaving a quiet steadiness that holds you even if the outer scene looks the same. It is the instant when you quit watching the clock tallying minutes or endlessly auditing your resources. You cease requiring proof because something within has already signed the covenant, and that is the remarkable part. After crossing that line, things start to move, not due to an outer shift, but because you have shifted. Want to know whether your manifestation is in motion, even if you cannot see it yet? Notice these signals. First sign, uncaused. Peace arises. No visible event has occurred yet. Your body relaxes and your mind grows still. You stop reciting affirmations with tension. You simply breathe and know. Second sign, apparent disorder increases. Indeed, that is part of it. Prior to solid manifestation, life often undergoes a cosmic rearrangement. Certain ties loosen plans, unravel prospects, recede. It is not retribution, it is reconfiguration, a clearing that prepares space for the new. Third sign, your circle responds. Some step back, others grow uneasy for no clear reason. A few may say, "You have changed," and they speak truth. You have shifted because you are now resonating at a frequency that naturally repels what no longer matches you. Fourth sign, atypical dreams, cues, repeating numbers. Do not pursue them, they arrive on their own. You notice markers in many places, 111, 444 feathers, stray phrases, bits that seem illogical, yet are read by your soul as messages. Fifth sign, you release concern for the how and settle into the I know. You are no longer entangled in strategies or fixated on methods. Control softens, and you permit the universe to move on your behalf. Once you dwell in this state, the rest proceeds organically. Nothing needs forcing, only the steady tending of your frequency, the guarding of inner calm, and the refusal to let surroundings disrupt what has already been pronounced. Many falter here, retreating after the crossing swayed by fear, haste, or the noise of external opinions and appearances. Real mastery is holding your ground, remaining on the far side, even when the outer scene looks the same. True adepts are not the ones who stack rituals, but those who stand unwavering in the unseen until the inevitable becomes seen. Abundance answers not to anxiety, but to alignment. Alignment is not perfection or constant cheerfulness. It is coherence, behaving as one, abundant even absent funds, speaking gratefully even without evidence, and offering thanks as one who has received, even if no one else can see it. That is the genuine trial, the span between realms, the cost paid in faith. When you pay that price, manifestation turns inevitable because the universe has no alternative. The instant you vibrate as though you already hold what you desire, reality conforms to that signal. It is universal law, divine encoding, and unshakable spiritual architecture. Then you grasp the breadth and might of this truth. You realize you do not chase your manifestation. You attune to it like dialing a radio until the station comes in clear. You do not generate the signal. You refine your inner tuner until it is audible. Once you catch it, evidence starts to surface. It may arrive subtly, at first a note, a letter, a reconnection, an unexpected deposit, or a client who finds you unbidden. Yet that is not the starting point. It is confirmation that your energy had already carried it to term. Thus, at the point of no return, your singular duty is to guard your inner climate like a precious hoard. Steer clear of disputes. Withhold your process from those unequipped to grasp it. Do not defend your faith or try to rationalize what only the soul can know. This is not a time for chatter, but for sovereign stillness. Walk as one whose pact is sealed, because in essence it is. Prosperity advances not due merely to your acts, but because of who you have become. If you hold that frequency, nothing and no one can halt what has already been unleashed in the unseen. Then comes a moment that arrives unannounced, no striking omens or vivid dreams. It is a nearly invisible instant, so ordinary that many mistake it for discouragement, though in truth, it is the threshold of the miracle, the final step before visibility. And precisely there, even the brave falter, not from misdeed or absence of faith, or because they forgot to rise at 3 a.m. and declare today, abundance recognizes me as its owner. They falter because they cannot sustain themselves for 1 minute more. The pain is not in the wait, but in that final hush in the space where nothing replies. The universe is still, signs recede, and all appears paused. Yet that is where the miracle breathes, veiled behind an unseen partition. Rarely mentioned is this just before authentic manifestation, a last trial arrives utter emptiness. It is as though the universe tests your purest faith, not the faith tied to outcomes or proof, but the bare, solitary faith that heeds an inner whisper. Do not give up one more minute. How do you know you have reached that juncture? The signs are plain. A fierce urge to quit overtakes you. You wonder if it was all fantasy. You feel embarrassed by your faith, upset for trusting, wounded for seeming naive. Then a murmur says, "See, nothing happened. Go back to what you know." That voice is not your soul. It is the last reverberation of an old identity, a shadow struggling to persist the previous self, trying to pull you back into yesterday's mire. If you concede in that instant, you abandon what was already yours. The universe does not penalize you. It reads your shift as a new choice, comfort over the leap into the unseen. How many times were you moments from your miracle and released it? How many doors were parting as you chose to shut them? How many messengers were approaching when you quit and dimmed the light? The danger of stopping 1 minute too soon is never learning how close you stood, and that absence etches a spiritual scar that whispers, "This is not for me." From then on, you occupy a diminished version of yourself, cooler, more suspicious, less believing. Your confident speech fades, your declarations halt, and you stop rising at 3 a.m., convinced it is pointless. But that is untrue. You did not fail. You only tripped over the ego's final snare, the belief that you are alone, exactly when heaven had already replied. Do you know the true divide between those who manifest and those who only dream? The separator is not intellect or fortune, but emotional resilience. Miracle makers are those who elect to wait with their soul ablaze even as the body tires. They keep their energy bright when their surroundings dim. They trust for 1 minute more, even as every inner voice says they cannot proceed. There the crossing happens. That single minute is more than time. It is purifying flame, the unseen baptism of creators, the spiritual mark of those to whom life will yield. You can cross as well, but pledge one truth regardless of events: I will not forfeit what is already mine. You will not abandon your abundance, surrender your peace, or drop your purpose. You have traveled far. You woke while others slept. You voiced truth amid quiet. You believed when hope thinned. And now you would quit because of silence. That silence is the signal. The emptiness is the gate. The last unease is evidence that you stand one step from receiving. Therefore, stay, endure, hold on for 1 minute more, not to convince anyone, but to become someone who will no longer doubt themselves. And when the miracle arrives, because it will, you will not need proclamations. Your very presence will testify. Your prosperity will mirror your truth. Your calm will be the evidence, and your eyes will carry the glow of one who has walked through fire and emerged whole. When your desires take shape, a single profound gratitude will rise within. Thank you for not having given up. Many words soothe, instruct, or console, yet there is another kind born, not of thought or yearning, but from the core of inner sovereignty, from the seed of one who no longer asks, waits, or barters, because their essence is known. That word does not embellish, it commands. Spoken at the proper frequency, reality yields without resistance. Many people have analyzed affirmations, others have learned decrees by heart, and some have recited lines like hollow mantras. Yet what follows is not a technique. It is a sacred act, a divine order that no force, seen or unseen, can disregard. This is the final proclamation. I am abundance in action, and nothing and no one can prevent what is already mine by divine right. This declaration is not meant for novices or the unsure. It is a spiritual blade that severs the last tie, the muted roar of a soul that remembers where it came from and refuses to live beneath its sacred inheritance. When you say, "I am abundance in motion," the gap between you and your desire dissolves. Time bends. Waiting evaporates. You are no longer someone awaiting wealth. You become the wealth that moves forward. From that point, everything shifts. Your speech rises. Your body reconfigures, your field gleams anew. You stop seeking approval and move with assurance without delay, because what others pursue outside already lives within you. The Affirmations' second half holds the same force: nothing and no one can stop what already belongs to me. With this, you set a holy boundary and trace a circle of spiritual guard. You announce to the universe, to your own mind, and to any opposing current that there is no reversal. What has been initiated for you is destined to arrive. Do you sense its magnitude? This is not a hope. It is a divine verdict. Verdicts are not argued, they unfold. There is, however, a condition: speak this only if you are prepared to uphold its scope, because your words will mobilize powers able to reconfigure the universe on your behalf. Certain people will step aside. Doorways will open unexpectedly. Abundance will travel along surprising channels, and opportunities will appear where you once saw barriers. And with all of this, trials will arrive as well. The universe will regard you quietly and wordlessly inquire, "Are you ready to carry what you called, and your character must resonate with your decree?" Your consistency must reveal the truth of your speech. This declaration does not only summon, it also requires. It asks for coherence, dedication, and an upgraded identity. After uttering it, you cannot stay the same. Your energy, posture, and choices must match the stature of that divine mandate. If you keep it steady, not as a hollow ritual, but as a living truth, prepare for abundance that fills more than your hands. It will tune every area of your life. Inner calm sets the base. Joy stops hinging on circumstances. Time feels larger, coincidences become messages, and aligned people show up with ease. What once felt impossible turns ordinary, not by luck, but because you engaged the highest law identity made manifest. You are the origin of abundance itself, and wherever you stand, wealth must show its face. It cannot bypass you or drift away because you are not chasing it, you live inside it. That is the deep divide between declaring from deficiency and declaring from spiritual sovereignty. Now that you know, you cannot revert. You cannot resume the language of lack, the mindset of limitation, or the spaces that contradict your new frequency. From here on, each decision becomes a quiet decree. Ask, does this move me forward or hold me down? Does it mirror the abundance I already am, or echo who I used to be? This is the fidelity you must protect, loyalty to the future that has already manifested within. If you honor it and stay true to your new identity, proclaiming your truth with your spirit, aflame, know this all you asked for is nearer than you think. It will arrive softly like a homecoming. You did not plead for it. You called it forth. You have endured the fire risen while others slept and spoken truth amid the world's clamor. You kept faith through quiet, and now you feel it. Something has started to shift. You sense it though. Few grasp this manifestation is only the opening act. The second act, the one that separates a brief gleam from lasting radiance, is mastering how to sustain what you have called in. Indeed, prosperity may arrive, chances may appear, and transformation may unfold. Yet if your identity is not sturdy enough to hold it, It will slip not as retribution, but as an abiding principle. The universe does not repossess gifts. Rather, when you drop the frequency that drew them, you permit what was yours to fade. You have watched people attain something great only to undo it without knowing how. They secure wealth and then misplace it. They experience a miracle and revert to disorder. They meet a high love and undermine it. Why? Because their identity had not deepened enough to carry the level they received. So now that your manifestation exists, even if unseen, protect it as you would a holy sanctuary. How with pillars, few discuss, but every true manifester knows. First, fortify your new identity every day. One declaration is insufficient. It is crafted continually. Let each thought, word, and deed restate, I am abundance in motion. Practice this as sacrament not from scarcity, but from honor, because each repetition anchors your renewed self. Second, elevate your standards. What you tolerate instructs the world about who you are. If after calling in abundance, you still permit draining ties, stifling settings, or self-sabotaging habits, the universe takes note. Abundance extends beyond finances. It is your energy, your settings, and the permissions you grant in your life. If you have recalled your royalty, do not remain at tables that mismatch your frequency. This is not arrogance. It is loyalty to what you summoned. Third, cultivate intentional silence. Following a potent manifestation, retreat to your center. You need not announce it to all or chase validation from those not ready to understand. Talk less, emanate more. Mystery conserves power. The sacred thrives in quiet. Your abundance needs no applause, only alignment. Fourth, aligned action. Manifestation never meant passivity. It means moving in step with who you are. Having received, proceed without rush or rivalry. Advance toward your purpose calmly, free of jitter and doubt. Let your steps ring with assurance and your voice carry the register of one whose covenant with the universe is sealed. Fifth, celebrate deliberately. Offer thanks not from duty, but from frequency. Every celebration signals brightly to the universe, I am ready to receive more. Do not reserve celebration for the spectacular. Revere the quiet before the miracle, your endurance, and your reborn identity. Such deliberate gratitude powers your expansion. Now, as this sacred arc completes, I will share something kept for those who arrive here. You are no longer who you were. Whether outcomes are evident or finances still approach is secondary. The shift has already taken place. The authentic transformation began not outside, but in your field, in your language, in your spirit. For what is transfigured within will without fail appear without. From this day forward, carry yourself with new presence. Breathe unpermitted. Speak with the assurance of one who has already signed their pact with abundance. Live in the certainty that all is divinely arranged, even when the look of chaos tries to mislead you. You are walking proof of what is possible. The exception, few comprehend the sanctuary where wealth has chosen to reside. And if anyone asks why your life shifted, skip explanations. Simply smile. True miracles are not explained. They are lived and embodied. Now that you carry the map and have tasted the fire, we need a daily method that turns the unseen into lived habits without draining its mystery. Florence Scovel Shinn said it in her way, your word is your wand. Yet a wand does not function by chance. It must be held, aimed, and activated in order. I name this order the 4 keys of the kingdom. They do not substitute for the ritual. They safeguard it. so nothing leaks away. Key 1. Consecrated silence. This is not mere muteness, it is sovereignty. For 5 minutes before and 5 minutes after your decree, preserve inner and outer quiet. If thoughts appear, let them drift like clouds without naming them with attention. Silence is the cup that receives the download. Without the cup, the wine is wasted. Key 2. Word with hierarchy. Avoid saying, I hope that, say, I declare that. Do not say, let's see if, say, today it manifests by divine right. Align tone, serene and resolute rhythm, pauses that seal and posture upright spine, awakened souls. Speech becomes law when voiced from the throne, not the doorway. Key 3. Immediate material alignment. Within the first hour after the rite, take a small, tangible step that ratifies your decree. Tidy the channel where money arrives, send a note, seal a leak, open a document, capture an idea, and advance it into form. It is an earthly vow that declares to heaven, I am available. Key 4. Gratitude that programs. Gratitude is not theatrics, it is coding. Say softly, thank you because it is done with grace and in a perfect way. Then release. Do not hunt signs, let them arrive. To merge this framework with your identity and keep it from becoming another anxious try, I offer a 40-day protocol. Not because the universe needs dates, but because your mind loves cycles and your body learns by sacred repetition. 40 signifies passage, wilderness, purification. It is the span in which a seed germinates without being forced. Days 1 to 7. Purification and cleansing of language and speech. In this first stretch, the aim is not to attract more, but to seal the subtle leaks of energy. Imagine placing invisible tape over your tongue each time a so-called realistic complaint tries to surface. Swap it for the acknowledgement, I am in divine adjustment. If a person approaches you with drama, answer kindly yet succinctly. Today, I am caring for my atmosphere. Offer no additional justification. What you are doing is retraining your surroundings and, more importantly, reconditioning your own cells to a higher standard. Days 8 to 14, bringing the field into deliberate order. Shinn emphasized that life aligns with precise mental pictures. Spend 10 focused minutes putting in order anything that symbolizes your finances, your wallet, your statements, your desk, your receipts. Do this not from shame, but from sovereignty. In my kingdom, everything occupies its seat. Remember that order functions as a quiet decree, one the universe reads more fluently than an abundance of explanations. Days 15 to 21, fasten and anchor your identity. Handwrite an identity statement on a card. I am abundance in motion. Everything that belongs to me by divine right comes to me without delay or resistance. Keep it with you at all times. Rather than reciting it with urgency live inside it. Before choosing to purchase, accept delay or concede, pause and ask, does this honor my anchor identity? If the answer is negative, treat that as a sacred no. Days 22 to 28, action in full coherence. Choose one modest yet specific front, perhaps a conversation you owe, an offer to submit, a project to advance, a course to begin, or a sale to finalize. Break it into small, manageable steps and complete one step daily without bargaining with your mood. By doing this, faith becomes an actual trajectory rather than mere intention. Days 29 to 40, generative silence paired with celebration. Limit your intake of opinions that erode your sense of certainty. Honor the understated signals, a lucid idea, a cost you did not incur, a door that closed at the right moment. Choose to celebrate prior to external validation. Remember, celebration is the seed you plant, not the trophy you collect afterward. You might protest, I need living examples. Here are 3 vignettes that do not demand blind belief. They invite you to recognize what is already operative. Elena, a designer, made her decree at 3:44 a.m., yet she delayed drafting proposals due to the fear of not being ready. We reverse the sequence decree followed by micro-action. Each dawn, she submitted a proposal with an appropriate date and fee, even if her voice quivered. By week 3, there was no thunderous miracle. What came was more valuable clarity. A former client who had previously declined her called and said, "I do not know why I remembered your name today at 4. Elena understood the word had preceded the event. The call merely confirmed the trajectory already set in motion. Marco professed prosperity while tucking away bank letters. Scarcity's identity expresses itself not only as fear, but also as hiding. In days 8-14, he opened each envelope, organized the contents, made calls, and negotiated anchored in the statement, "I propose a fair agreement because my finances are in divine order." He did not request the right to breathe. The bank responded with a plan. He did not celebrate the plan itself. He celebrated his coherence. 1 month afterward, a work offer arrived. This was not random magic, it was the result of space being liberated. Lucia was repeatedly invited to collaborate for exposure. Formerly, fear of exclusion pushed her to accept. Guided by her anchor identity, she declined calmly and without bitterness. Following the 3rd firm, Noah paid proposal emerged that needed precisely her aesthetic. The reason is simple, each principled, no clears the pathway for the correct yes. Let us come back to the alchemy of early hours. You have practiced expressed gratitude and taken action. But what about the flat days? Treat them as a laboratory rather than a penalty. The law does not shatter. It completes itself quietly. For moments when doubt tries to make its move, I suggest a 3-step fire check: breathe and identify what is happening without theatrics. This is reorganization, not regression. Recall and record your proof list, 3 recent instances, no matter how small, when the invisible translated into the visible. Your brain responds best to fresh, immediate evidence. Restate your directive a single time. Avoid fear-based repetition. What is mine by divine right presents itself with grace now. I keep the door open. If the weight remains after completing the check practice, a moderated surrender, open your palms and affirm, "I renounce haste. I choose divine precision." Understand that haste is the appetite of control, while precision is a royal banquet. Some will wonder, and if I fail? What if one day I complain, hide, or freeze? Here is a restoration formula simple enough that Florence would have endorsed it. Cancel, correct, and consecrate. Cancel. I cancel this word of scarcity. It has no power in my kingdom. Correct, I choose this truth today. Abundance recognizes me. Consecrate, place your hand on your heart and affirm, I consecrate my voice and my attention to divine order. Do not self-punish. Reinstall your true settings. Guilt functions as a wasteful expense, whereas responsibility compounds like an investment that multiplies. Now let us enter a core principle, distinguishing those who merely dabble in manifestation from those who truly govern it. You do not compete, you create. This is fundamentally a Shinn-inspired law. Scarcity feeds by reflecting in another's mirror, while abundance generates directly from its inner wellspring. Whenever you measure your harvest against another person's timing, you desert your land and quarrel with the climate. Come back to your soil, tend your furrow, esteem your unique season. Remember, the vine never apologizes to the wheat for ripening on a different schedule. As you progress, It is possible to shed relationships, routines, and even familiar settings. This is not invariably karma. Often, it is a process of calibration. What departs does not strip you of your good. It vacates room for the form that truly belongs. Resist naming loss, what in the unseen realm functioned as a timely rescue. Before we conclude this initial installment, let us inscribe a concise liturgy for the sacred hour. May it mantle you with royalty and recall to you the true giver of the command, "I rise in silence and take my inner seat. My word is law spoken with mercy and firmness. Today, abundance recognizes me, and I govern it with wisdom. Everything that belongs to me by divine right arrives with grace without effort and at perfect time. I cancel complaint, disarm self-deception, dissolve the identity of scarcity. I am abundance in action. Nothing and no one can prevent what is already mine. Thank you because it is done." Do not hurry to accumulate additional phrases. Instead, embody these lines until they inhabit you. True greatness is not weighed by quantity, but by the concentrated presence with which you utter them. When the portal rouses you tomorrow, or perhaps this very night, do not scramble to verify whether it works. Arrive as the person who already operates at the level of the kingdom. We committed to exploring the economy of the soul, constructing the architecture that supports abundant decisions, and mastering how to shield your frequency amid adversity while keeping the heart open. Let us proceed methodically, step by step, keeping the dawn's flame alive. The soul's economy, a refined, subtle system of accounting. Prior to discussing money, we must address energetic inflows and outflows. The prosperity you can see will never exceed the integrity and vitality of your unseen economy. Energetic income, EI, consecrated silence, a renewal and recharge of presence. Words spoken with hierarchy, a living expression of self-respect. Actions in coherence, operational self-esteem made visible. Beauty alongside order, a magnetizing harmony that draws in. Programmatic gratitude, a stabilizing vibratory seal. Energetic outflow, EO, realistic complaint, a series of everyday micro-leaks. Unnecessary explanations, a covert plea for approval. Chaotic consumption, an amplifier of mental noise. Promises left unfulfilled, an act of self-betrayal. Relationships that ask more than they give, negative compound interest on your energy. Foundational rule, when EO, the realm of matter, slips into disorder. This is not retribution, it is the mathematics of spirit. For 7 consecutive days, maintain a quiet ledger record, 3 energetic incomes and 3 outflows at day's end. The purpose is not self-judgment, but vision. What you clearly see, you are empowered to govern. A half-hour recalibration protocol. Spend 10 minutes on order, clear a drawer file, a folder. Give 10 minutes to breathe silence. Inhale, pause, exhale, pause through the nose to recenter. Use 10 minutes for a pivotal minimal action. Send a message draft, a budget, prepare a proposal. Just 30 minutes suffice to move from vibrational deficit into a state of operational surplus. The structural architecture that underpins abundant decision-making. Abundance is not an endpoint, but a habit of decision. I offer 2 practical instruments to support that habit. Of the triple compass framework, peace, purpose, price. Allow every decision to be filtered through this triad: peace. Does my body expand or contract as I envision this step? Trust that your nervous system carries this knowledge. Purpose. Does this act advance my mission, or does it merely serve my fear's agenda? Price. Does the true cost, time focus, and boundaries honor and align with my anchor identity? When peace is absent, consider it a no for now. If purpose is missing, it is not in my kingdom. If the price demanded is your peace, it remains a no, even if they pay a lot. Project: does this elevate my mastery and cultivate higher levels of competence? People do these collaborators embody respect and clarity in their conduct and communication process? Is there a sound structure and rhythm to sustain the commitment over time? Pay: is the compensation worthy, transparent, and reliably on schedule? Require at least 3 affirmative answers. If compensation is the only bright point, it may be scarcity wearing a convincing disguise. Micro-ritual for agreements before consenting to something significant: place your hand on your sternum and decree, I only sign what honors my peace, my purpose, and my price. Everything else dissolves with grace, preserving and shielding your frequency without shutting your heart. Shielding should not be confused with hardening. It is wise, selective permeability. Just as pure water requires a channel to stay clean, so does your frequency need form to avoid contamination. 3 pacts to uphold effective shielding. Pact of attention. My attention is wealth. I do not spend it on drama. I invest it in destiny. Practice: when a person approaches you with turbulence, present 2 dignified options: craft a concrete solution or choose respectful silence. If the other insists on looping in turmoil, close the interaction with love. I will walk with you when we are ready to resolve. Pact of language. I do not name what I do not want to multiply. Substitution phrases. Everything is difficult. I am in perfect reconfiguration. It is not enough. I am arranging my channels of reception. I am afraid. I recognize movement and choose precision. Pact of rhythm. My spirit sets my rhythm, not the market. Technique: establish a sacred daily appointment with yourself at a consistent time. Dawn is optional. Spend 10 minutes reviewing your compass and matrix. Remember, kingdoms are governed by schedule and steadiness, never by frantic haste. On stormy days, a 7-minute emergency protocol. Minutes 01, place your hands on your heart and state the fact plainly without attaching a narrative. Minutes 1-2, practice box breathing with a 4-4-4-4 cadence. Minutes 2-3, speak one clear decree. The perfect solution already exists. I align with it now. Minutes 3-5, take a minimal yet decisive action. Send an email, make a call, perform a recalculation. Minutes 5-7, close with sealing gratitude. Thank you because it is resolved with grace. If the emotional wave pulls you under, calmly return to step 1. The strength of this method lives in steady repetition without panic. Giving without depletion, the art and practice of truly prosperous service. Florence taught give without fear, yet she never prescribed self-erasure. The distinction is crucial. Sacrifice I give in order to be considered worthy. Service I give because my worth is already intact. Sowing I give as a deliberate investment in my mission, not as a tactic to dodge necessary boundaries. Golden rule: never give in ways that breed resentment. Resentment functions like an unpaid invoice that obstructs the flow of receiving. 10 avenues for generous life-giving contribution include your time, your focused attention, your spoken word, your financial resources, your sense of beauty, your physical touch, your mentoring, your loving correction, your willingness to open your network, and your prayer. Select just 2 to emphasize for a defined period and respect the boundaries around the remaining 8. Thoughtful generosity generates steady movement and circulation. Unfocused or muddled giving produces waste and drains. Relational capital is the engine of multiplication. A well-tended circle compounds value and outcomes over time. Your prosperity expands in direct proportion to the quality and frequency of your conversations. For every relationship, hold this central inquiry in mind. Does this relationship accelerate my mission or accelerate my doubt? Form a circle of truth with 3 to 5 trusted people. Keep the guidelines straightforward and explicit. Absolute confidentiality is non-negotiable. Give feedback without sweetening it dishonestly and without lacing it with toxicity. Require celebration of even small, incremental achievements. Prohibit rivalry with one another. Only self-surpassing is welcomed and encouraged. Every week, each participant offers 3 items: 1 concrete advance, 1 present obstacle, and 1 pending decision. In a focused 20-minute exchange, you safeguard yourselves from months of aimless drift. Treat peace as a prime asset and evaluate it with a reliable gold test. Prior to committing, whether signing, publishing, purchasing, or partnering, run the expansion-contraction check. Close your eyes, picture saying yes, and notice your bodily response. If you sense a soft expansion, proceed. If you feel a tightening in the solar plexus, seek further clarity or decline. Your body functions as the soul's own risk committee. Regard money as a messenger delivering signals, not as a master dictating identity. Remember repeatedly, money provides information. It does not define who you are. With every number, inquire, what do you come to teach me? A forgotten invoice signals a call for greater order and tracking. A delayed payment points to the need for clearer boundaries and enforcement. A surprise inflow indicates the need for structures and containers capable of holding it well. Do not adjust the figures without also addressing the underlying message they carry. Maintain a portfolio of certainties, an inner vault you can open when needed. When confidence weakens, resist the urge to chase new stimuli. Instead, open that vault and draw from it. List 5 memories where you were tangibly provided for. Gather 5 phrases that have previously steadied or rescued you. Note 5 names, people who uphold, encourage, and sustain you. Read these aloud repeatedly until your inner rhythm settles and authority returns. The sacred no and the impeccable yes are guardians of your realm. Every no protects the integrity of your domain. Every yes extends its borders. Offer no's without elaborate explanations and deliver yeses with clear framing. Specify scope, deadlines, value, payment terms, success criteria, and a graceful exit path. Reality favors precise boundaries. They serve as riverbanks that let the current run strong and true. A short liturgy to navigate heavy or adverse environments can reset the field. Upon entering a dense setting, an office, a meeting, or bureaucracy, quietly affirm the following: I enter in peace, and peace enters with me. My presence orders and blesses. Nothing contrary to my divine right prospers in my field. I am abundance in action. Do not wrestle with darkness. Simply switch on the light. A daily integration path taken about 15 minutes converts intention into traction. Spend 2 minutes aligning posture and steadying breath. Take 3 minutes for an identity declaration spoken once with deliberate pauses. Dedicate 5 minutes to a small, forward-moving action that creates momentum. Invest 3 minutes imposing visible order on your environment or tools. Conclude with 2 minutes of sealing gratitude to lock in the gains. Practiced every day, this sequence converts intention into real traction. Consider these weekly catalytic questions to focus your energy. What authorization am I withholding from myself? And what cost am I incurring by withholding it? Which delayed conversation has siphoned more energy than any invoice or expense. If my peace traded like a stock, which decision today would most increase its value? Respond in writing. Putting ink to paper stabilizes the signal and frequency. Closing this segment, a final anchoring note. You do not require another charm. You require congruence. Congruence is a weightless suit of armor. When your speech, your calendar, and your boundaries harmonize, reality does not debate it, aligns, and complies. Tomorrow, or even tonight, when the portal summons you, arrive equipped with these tools. Speak sparingly, govern decisively. Everything else will follow as a natural consequence.